This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. When we think about the COVID-19 vaccine hesitancy in the Black community, let's remember, it didn't happen by chance. It's justified in history. But the will to change the narrative is strong today, and our people are lending their voices to the conversation. We're sharing our stories and the reasons that made us choose the vaccine so we can lead the way for others to make a well-informed choice too. To hear our stories, visit hereforuswa.org.
Wenatchee is gorgeous in the spring with its lush green rolling hills, abundant wildflowers everywhere, and the views of the Columbia River. The local food scene offers an abundant selection of authentic international cuisines featuring the unique farm-fresh ingredients of the region. Wenatchee is also home to award-winning wines, handcrafted hard ciders, and a talented handful of local brewers producing fine craft beers. Visit Wenatchee, the heart of Washington State.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. And if you're not listening to us on the Odyssey app when you are away from the radio, man, come on, get it done. Plus, you know, all the on-demand shows you can get. You can listen to us anytime you want. Our own podcast, which is basically like, you know, an encapsulated version of what we do live. And don't forget the Odyssey exclusive stations that are curated for listeners just like you.
I mean, love is in the air. Valentine's Day is just a few weeks away. And what makes somebody love somebody more than a good power ballad? Yeah, Lighters in the air, baby. Check out that station.
One of the many music stations. I mean, lots of variety. Odyssey exclusive stations just for you. But you got to get that Odyssey app. You can download it today. If you got the iOS, you got the Android. It's simple. Just go get all the audio that matters to you. That's AUDACY Odyssey.
Odyssey. Let's play Beat Mix. It's time to play the game. Yeah. So everybody scream his name. Beat Mix. Don't be a loser. Whoa. Beat Mix. You're a loser.
It is time for Beat Mix. But it's Wednesday, so maybe we'll be whacking him instead.
Whack it.
Let me see everybody do their Mr. Wacky then.
All right.
Whack it.
Steve's not going to make it easy. He did not let his opponent whack him earlier today.
No, he did not.
Made that happen, so we'll have to see what happens now. We've got Ben in Shoreline to take on Steve. Ben, are you there?
What is up?
What's up, Ben? All right, Steve, get out of here. Yeah. For those playing at home, Ben will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Ben, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Yes.
Captain Henry Morgan used what Caribbean island as a base of Buccaneer operations?
Jamaica?
Yes. Jiminy Cricket is a fictional character from what animated Disney film?
Pinocchio.
Yes. According to the Bible, who was the first murderer?
Cain?
Yes. The Bold and the Beautiful is a soap opera that airs on what network?
CBS.
Yes. Whistle Pig is another name for what animal?
Whistle Pig. Pass.
Who released the 1981 studio album Private Eyes?
Hall & Oates?
Yes. Canada Day is celebrated in which summer month?
June, July, August.
July, yes. John Henry Doc Holliday died as a result of what disease?
Syphilis.
No.
Pass.
Who wrote the novel 1984?
Orwell.
Yes. In the movie Carrie, what type of blood was she covered in?
Pig's blood?
Yes. Whistle Pig is another name for what animal?
Whistle Pig. Let's go with a squirrel.
No. 8 correct.
Man.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is either, but I wonder if today is a very special sort of possibility I could get it.
You do mention the hints that Jeopardy usually provides, and sometimes those do come true. And
nice job, Rev.
I have a feeling.
Yes,
yes, you are. And let's see. Well, hopefully, it's the same thing that happens to Stevie.
Yeah. Maybe he just gets wrapped up in the name there and stumbles through all of it.
Yeah.
Steve, you're
no
back.
Pressure.
No pressure. You ready?
Oh, yeah!
Captain Henry Morgan used what Caribbean island as a base of Buccaneer operations?
I'm going to go with Captain Morgan.
No.
Bacardi.
No.
Peru.
No. Wow. Jiminy Cricket is a fictional character for what animated Disney film?
Oh.
What the?
I don't remember. Peter Pan.
No.
Dr. Hook.
No. Dr. Hook.
Dr. Hook.
Baby
Wow.
Dr. Hook.
Yeah, there we go.
According to the Bible, who was the first murderer?
Bane.
No.
Kane.
From Batman.
Bane. From Batman.
I will kill you, Abel. I will.
The Bold and the Beautiful is a soap opera that airs on what network?
ABC.
No.
CBS.
Yes.
Nice.
Whistle pig is another name for what animal?
A pig?
No.
A cow.
No.
Bird.
No.
Okay.
Who released the 1981 studio album Private Eyes?
Hall & Oates.
Yes.
Yeah, buddy.
Canada Day is celebrated in which summer month?
July.
Yes. John Henry Doc Holliday died as a result of what disease?
Scurvy.
No. 1, 2, 3, 4. Steve, you lose 8-4.
You got whacked, buddy.
Walter.
Wow.
Nice work, Ben. Good job, buddy.
Hey, play that song, BJ.
Oh, you know it.
Of defeat.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Nice effort.
Oh, Stevie.
Debatable.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Stevie.
Oh, man. Whistle Pig was what got it done, baby.
What the hell is a whistle pig?
Well,
Great whiskey, first off.
Is it really?
Oh, Whistle Pig is the best.
Nice. I didn't even realize that.
Well, Go ahead,
Steve,
give him the clue, Rev.
Steve, what day is it?
Today is Groundhog Day.
There you go. Whistle Pig's a groundhog, buddy.
Did not know that about the groundhog. Did they whistle? Did they make a little whistling noise?
I don't know.
Yeah, if they whistle, that means we get more summer.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay.
And whiskey.
Yeah, whistle while you whiskey. Captain Henry Morgan knew that Ben knew that Captain Henry Morgan used the Caribbean island of Jamaica for Buccaneer operations.
Oh, boy.
He also knew Jiminy Cricket was in Pinocchio.
Nope, I couldn't think of it. Clearly.
Does anybody know how Doc Holliday died?
God.
Tuberculosis.
There you go. Yep, tuberculosis.
Nice going, Danny. I couldn't remember.
Yeah, the documentary Tombstone helped me with that one.
Exactly. It's a really good movie, too.
Yeah,
Great
the TB.
documentary.
Yep.
I'm sorry you lost, Steve.
You don't sound very sorry.
Yeah, you're done, Steve. It's over. Got a new survey. They said, okay, folks, what do you do when you want to get out of something? And 63% say they try to find other more important things to do instead. Oh, it's like, yeah, I'd like to help you with that, but I got this going on. And, but the one that pretty much is the excuse that everybody uses is the I'm too tired excuse. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so that's it. So if you want to get out of something, you're too tired.
I blame everything on my child. It's so great highly recommend having a kid if you want to get out of things.
Congratulations.
You can use that for anything, and everybody understands. Saying, I'd love to, but I got to watch the kid. Or I'd love to, but the kid, she's not feeling all that good. Nobody's ever going to question you on it.
You know what's so funny is it's not in the top 10, so there must be a lot of childless people that have to participate in this survey. Because you're right, Steve. Having a kid gets you out of so much.
Mm-hmm. I'll just make up that you're having. I just had a kid. Sorry, I can't make it.
I'm actually supposed to be in the hospital right now.
Yeah. I just found out I have a child. Today's not the day. I'm not going to be able to help you move.
Yeah, wow. So you have a lot of kids, Steve, because you said that last week and a couple of weeks before. It's like, I got a lot of kids.
Just call me Nick Cannon, baby.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. Okay. So I'm too tired, the number one reason. Anybody got a favorite excuse you like to use when you want to get out of stuff?
Cramps.
I was about to say,
cramps.
Vicky's definitely got the female issues that she could use.
The advantage.
Yeah.
Or the fake ones where you're like, today's the day I got to wash my hair. I can't hang out with you today.
Wow, to wash my hair. Is that still being used? Because that's been that's a classic.
All the time. Sorry, guys, I can't make it. I got to wash my hair.
Oh, yeah, we know. That's,
no more questions. Just go.
And I believe you every time.
Yeah. I got to shave my back. Can't make it.
That's a good one. I've got a headache as number 9, Vicky. That's it. There's not necessarily any cramping that I see going on over here.
So no visits from Aunt Flo as an excuse?
No. I feel like number 6 might be a Vicky thing, though. No, because I think Vicky, you're always saving money for some stuff you want to do. Therefore, it's like, I can't go out and do that because I'm saving money.
Oh, I thought you were going to say I got hyper fixated on a new task and I'm going to be involved in this for the next 3 days. So,
wow. Oh yeah, that's number 10. Oddly specific. There it is.
Yeah.
Well, see, when you say that means you have something more important to do. If you go, I got another task that I got to go do. I mean, that's kind of how I look at it. You're like, well, I got other stuff I got to do. That's more important than that. Number 2 is so bizarre to me. It's too cold. Like, I don't know what people are asking you to do. I guess if they're asking you to do any outside stuff at all.
What if they want you to frolic in a park with them?
Yeah, pass. It's too cold.
Wow. If anybody asks you to frolic in the park, perhaps you should check the check the police blotter.
My girlfriend's canceled plans because it's too cold outside. Or like
it's too cold inside in your apartment.
That's true. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, you should really I won't go to a party at Danny's until it's like summer.
Okay, that works.
Yeah. So in other words, even if it's an inside thing, the idea that you have to go outside, your girlfriend's like, I don't even want to go out and be bothered with the cold, so I'm not even going to try.
Yeah, it's like I don't want to put on a coat, and I'm so comfy here at home under my blankets. Like I don't want to go anywhere.
True.
So it's one of those like, I think she uses. It's been very rare that she's used that, but it has been used before.
Yeah, well, I will tell you this. I think that's a lame excuse for us to use only because the rest of the country really knows what it's like to be too cold and having, well, I mean, the whole country seems to be getting snow but us, which is fantastic. I love it. And that's so number 3 on the list. Yeah, people probably use this a lot. Just and I don't want to look like I'm an idiot. So to say that I forgot, that's what a lot of people use to get out of stuff. I forgot. I forgot this was today.
I've used that. I've used excuses to hide the fact that I did forget.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's been times where I'm like, oh my gosh, I was supposed to be there today. I completely spaced on that event. Sorry, kid. She was sick.
Yeah, it's usually paired with something else. Like I forgot because I was too busy doing something else, or I forgot because I made another plan.
I feel like the Rev is number 7.
Is it? I just don't want to.
Oh, you're close.
I've literally said that. I'm like, nah, I just don't want to do that.
Yeah,
I've done that too before, and more often than not, people receive that very well.
Yeah,
there's been a few times where people are like, you don't want to come to my party? I'm like, why not? I'm like, I really don't have any other plans. I just don't feel like doing anything. But more often than not, people are just like, I kind of wish I could be that honest about things.
Because it's the truth. That's exactly
they know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, I don't want to lie because then I have to make up a whole story, do a thing.
Yeah.
And I'm literally just sitting at home in my pajamas. I'm like, I'm good.
But you're at least kind of nice about it. You're being honest up front. You're like, you know what? I'd rather have my alone time. But I have a friend. Well, not that kind.
Oh,
I have a friend who is way too blunt. She's like, that sounds awful. Why would I want to do that? And it's like, okay.
I'm not that mean. I'm just like, nah, I'm good.
Just word it a little nicer.
I'll playfully joke about it. Someone's like, hey, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. I'm going to pass on that one.
I've heard that so many times.
Yeah.
That at least sounds more fun than that sounds awful.
They're both saying the same thing, though. It's just that Steve's doing the Pacific Northwest way, which is like, oh, that sounds like a lot, but not for me. And your friend I like is doing the Northeast way. That's awful. And that's number 7 is I just can't be bothered. It's just like, I feel Rev is, I think Rev would put on like, his steampunk outfit. He'd be in his bar and he's like, I just can't be bothered.
Here's my monocle. No, sir, I cannot do that.
So that's number 4 is I'll start tomorrow. The procrastinators, you got to love them.
Will you come to my party? I'll start tomorrow.
Yeah. I know. It's so weird. Number 5, though, I think you can really use a lot, especially with the pandemic, because pandemic has definitely affected people's sleep patterns. More people are doing this melatonin and overdosing. Well, not overdosing, but taking too much. But the idea that you didn't sleep well last night. It's like, yeah, I can't help you out. I'm just dead tired.
Well, and it's funny too because like we automatically, when we hear "get out of" stuff, we all automatically think like of plans. That doesn't necessarily mean that. It just says "get out of" stuff. So it's like, I need to clean my Traeger today, and you're just like, I'm not going to do that.
I'll do that tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll do that tomorrow. Or the toilet is dirtier, so I'm just going to stay inside and do that. I don't know.
The toilet is dirty. Look at Danny's got it down. He's like, he's got his
right.
Because number 1 is I'm too tired, and number 5 is I didn't sleep well last night. So fatigue is big.
Yeah.
Yeah. If people are like, I'm going to use the fatigue factor.
I've had that with my wife. She's like, why didn't you clean all the toilets? And to be honest, like this was the first time where I got to just sit on my ass on the couch and do absolutely nothing in a week, and I just opted for that. Yeah. I have no other good reason.
Solid though. At least if you were my husband.
And then I had to go clean the toilet. So.
No, okay.
Yeah, you're not getting out of it. She's kind of like, okay, relaxing, Ricky. Don't forget what's coming up.
Hey, I got to enjoy it for a brief period of time, though.
Yeah,
just nothing.
Congrats.
Yeah. And number 8 on the list is I got a lot of work to do. That's a good one. You make it sound like you're so busy. I just got through talking to somebody like that where they were just like, oh man, I can't believe you guys go out and do all these things and watch all these TV shows and movies. I don't got time for that. And I'm looking at them as they're just going through their schedule, and I go, I didn't ask to hear your itinerary, and I mean, what kind of answer is that? I mean, when you go, it makes me feel like I'm lazy because I make time for like pleasurable moments in my life. I'm like, I don't know why people do that. Oh, I'm way too busy for that. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, really, Mr. Important? Are you?
But then a lot of times when someone does that and tries to pull that like attitude, and you're like, well, what do you? And you find out what they're doing. They're like playing like Halo for like 6 hours in the day. And like, I wish I had that kind of time to watch TV. I'm like, well, you could if you just stopped playing video games for 6 hours.
And you are kind of watching TV, sir. Just to say, you are on a screen and you're kind of doing what I'm doing, but you're pretending that's busy.
I always love when someone like wants to downplay something that you do, and you're just like. Okay, because I had somebody recently, and it's a little bit different, but they were just like, I was talking about doing the wrestling thing. They're like, I don't get it. I don't get like why you find it fun to like fake fight people. And
really?
I'm like, well, it's a little bit more. There's more to it than just that. And it's like some people just have that way of being. I'm like, well, what do you do for fun? And then they go, well, we play flag football. I'm like, so you fake play football with your
exactly.
friends.
Yeah.
How is that any different than what I do? But people will pay money to see me fake fight my friends. And it's just like, like, how often are people paying money to see you?
And arguably,
that's what flag football is like basically pretend football.
Yeah, it's like I don't want to get hurt football.
Right, and I have no issues with it. But I just thought it was funny that this person thought what I did was just so weird and made no sense to him. But what he's doing is really not much different.
Yeah, I know. And just the way people put stuff, it's just like, why would you say that to me? Why, even if you didn't understand why, you could have phrased it differently. Like, I've never.
Comfortable. It wasn't like I didn't take it as an insult because it's a bud. I just thought it was like not like a close bud, but a bud that I felt like he felt comfortable enough to like kind of ask me bluntly. But it was just fun because I could turn it right around on him and just be like, well, that flag football you do. Really not much different if you really think about it.
When people used to give me a hard time for board games and I'd ask them if they played fantasy football, I go, you're doing the same damn thing.
Right.
You're doing the same damn thing. I mean, all the stats and they keep telling that's what I'm doing. And they would get so butthurt. No, it's not. You're doing geeky stuff. This is football. I go, you think you're the manager of a team that does not exist. And then you get mad at the players as if they were your employees. None of that is real. Just like when I go on my adventure, Dungeons and Dragons style. That's not real either, but apparently I know it's not real.
A big difference. You can't tweet at the Warhammer, but they can tweet at Aaron Rodgers.
They play better.
Yeah, that's it. And that's ruined. Except the Aaron Rodgers they know doesn't exist. He doesn't get rewarded the way they do. Like, it's a whole crazy world. It's like, Aaron's like, I don't care if I throw a touchdown or not. I don't get paid the way you want me to get paid.
It would be great if in a press conference, like Aaron Rodgers or whoever it is apologized to his fantasy football general manager.
That would be great.
Not getting them the points that they wanted.
That would be pretty awesome. It is time for Listeners on the Loose. This is your time. Your time to pick the topic. Your time to guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. We got your calls. We got your texts. We'll take those at 917 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs. Mornings on The Rock. 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. It's Listeners on the Loose, brought to you by BuySeattleBoatShow.com. Listeners on the Loose, where you pick the topic, you guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Remember this. If you're speaking, Steve wants you to speak in a proper way.
That's just to show some energy and bring it. It's pretty simple, BJ. Otherwise, we're going to have to gong you. And then say goodbye.
Goodbye, old friend.
206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Let's go to Joe Dredd in Seattle. Joe, you're on the Rock, buddy.
Good morning, my friends.
Morning, Joe. What you got, man?
So you had that story earlier about the woman that missed out on the job opportunity because of her outgoing voicemail message.
That's right. Yeah.
So it reminded me of a story from way back. So first of all, in the 80s, before voicemail, we had answering machines, right, with a little tape cassette in there.
Right.
And in my 20s, I used to come up with some of the most hilarious outgoing messages, to the point when people would call up over and over again and let other people hear the outgoing message, which got to be annoying. But at one point, I had hooked up with this chick. Let's just say she was very vocal.
Oh, okay. I mean? All right. So there we go.
And so I made a recording of her so I could share with my friends. But I wound up using it on the outgoing message for a while. And little did I know, and I find out years later, I had a girlfriend a cute little blonde who moved down to Fort Lauderdale, and she was doing this thing called Foxy Boxing, where chicks were in the ring in like bikinis or something.
Oh, yeah.
And she was making such good money. She called me to say, hey, I'm going to fly out to Fort Lauderdale and come hang out with me on the beach and stuff. But she heard that outgoing message and hung up and immediately called the next ex-boyfriend, and he wound up living out there for 2 years with her.
Oh, look at you, Joe.
Backfired on you.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah, so I missed out on a free trip to Florida, and I probably could have hung out and and probably done some debaucherous things with her and her friends. So, it sucks to be me at that point.
I thinking you're the man, and it shuts you down.
Well, and then I'm wondering, like, I don't know, parents, like anybody else in your life, siblings calling that number, or did you have a burner phone for your family? I mean, because there's some people you don't want to hear that message.
This was landline days. This is way before cell phones. But
okay,
the
so
thing
this was wow.
My friends know how I am, and they expect this from me.
Okay, and you didn't get calls from any family members who would care, I guess. So that's the thing.
No, I did not. It was gold, and I didn't leave it on there for too long, but it was long enough that I got screwed out of a trip to Florida.
Yeah, that's how that. You know what? It was long enough to say, sorry, Joe. You know what? You could have had this, but you already had this apparently, so you're not going to this restaurant again.
Yeah. Wow. Say goodbye to Florida, Joe.
Yeah, there you go.
Happen. So,
Joe's had quite a life.
Oh, absolutely. So earlier we were talking about voicemails, and dude, sadly, we went to go find the old, because I mentioned how on the Migs cast, the voicemail greeting was from Animal from the Road Warriors.
Right.
And I was like, I haven't called that number or checked that voicemail forever. I guess for some reason, the Google Voice number that it was on switched it back to just being a robot voice.
Are you kidding?
Yeah, so it's gone. I have to try and track it down.
Sucks.
It's kind of a bummer because that was like a cool little tribute to the Road Warriors, which were the wrestlers that made me fall in love with wrestling in the first place.
Oh, damn you, Google.
Yeah, Google, that just screwed me.
You got scroogled.
Yeah.
And I got scroogled.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
you didn't back it up, huh?
I don't know if I did or didn't.
It might be somewhere.
It's somewhere, maybe in
right then.
In my millions of files. I don't know if I labeled it properly.
Oh God, yeah. I know what your emails are like. I do not want to have to go through any sort of files for you.
Well, fortunately for you, you don't have to.
Yeah, right. I don't love it. I don't care that much to do that work.
No, me neither. But we do have Danny's voicemail greeting that Malcolm, the big boy voice guy here for KSW, recorded for him.
Oh, I want to hear. So this is for Danny's voicemail recorded by our big boy.
Yeah. You've reached Danny's phone. You might want to leave a message or something like that, please, though, okay? And thanks for listening to KISW as well.
Look at that. He's even promoting the station. Danny, I mean, I got to give you high marks for this whole situation.
Thank you. That was the first year that I was here, too.
I feel that was very low effort by him.
Well, I mean,
It seems like he sounds annoyed to even do it.
Yes, he does.
that was right after
This
he
is
gave.
Danny's phone.
Yeah.
I mean,
And you're the first year guy, which means you're the newest guy in the show. He probably doesn't really know you that well because he knows the rest of us. He's like, who's this guy? And next thing, now you're bugging me for a voicemail.
Funny enough, I brought it up to him this last live day, and he was like, "That," and I played it for him. And he was like, "That's amazing! I can't believe I did that." And I was like, "Yeah,
I'm glad he thinks it's amazing.
Yeah, we don't think it's his best work.
That's fine."
I feel like he needs to redeem himself.
Yeah.
I should give him another try this live day.
That's right.
Or like get Taz involved, our production director, and have like all the lightnings like.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yes, Danny's phone.
There you go.
Phone.
In a world where Daddy can't make it to the phone.
These are all great ideas.
I love it.
Yeah, these are all great ideas. It is Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic, you guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
We have to give a quick apology to a lot of people on the text line because apparently every time we talk about Google, it activates their Google Assistant when we say the word Google. So
I thought it was supposed to be Hey Google to get it going.
We just stop saying Google so we don't mess up people's Google stuff.
No, it's Hey Siri, and then it's Alexa.
And
then I think it's just Google.
I thought it was OK Google. That's what I'm thinking.
You're right.
I think it's OK Google. Yeah, so I don't know why Google's just doing it on Google. It shouldn't do that.
Well, our apologies.
Yeah. Well,
now I want to do terrible things.
Go ahead, do it, Rev.
No.
Oh, wow. Look at him with restraint. I'm very impressed.
Google Play Maneater by Hall & Oates.
That's not horrible, but still, well, that's what I mean. But if somebody walks by the cubicle or whatever and they hear that, they're like, "No, I don't like that song," and everybody can laugh. That's a good idea.
Hey, somebody said, "Hey, I just saw an old man walking on the sidewalk with his poles. Are we sure BJ's not playing hooky?" From Sam in Renton.
Hey, Sam. It's not just for old people. I don't care. You know what? Those polls are for everybody. You get some polls and do it, buddy. You'll be happy that you did.
One text said, I saw that you guys got a bunch of spam yesterday, which got me thinking, what is your favorite low-cost food?
Who got the spam?
Yeah, so we have to give a big thanks to Sheila and Chris Morrison from Minnesota. We got a big-ass box, BJ, and we're like, what the hell did this come from? And it came from Minnesota. It was like $20 to ship it, and it's like 20 cans of spam, all different tastes and varieties.
Did we ask for this, or in some way, shape, or form? I don't remember why we would get this. Oh, look at you there, Steve, posing with all the spam.
I mean, a jalapeno one, teriyaki,
hot and
spicy turkey spam, all types of spam.
I never knew spam had so many flavors.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, until yesterday, I didn't either.
Wow.
So if you need spam, we've got the hookup in.
I almost would like to, so I'll have to take a look at those flavors again. I'll be willing to give it, a try. It's been a long time. My dad loves spam. He was all about it.
Cook it up?
Yeah.
Or eat it. Can you eat it, not raw, obviously. Can you eat it out of the can?
I think you can eat it raw. Yeah. That's the idea. You're supposed to eat it raw. It was for the military, right?
I actually didn't know that you could cook it. Honestly, I thought it was you were supposed to, because my mom used to make sandwiches with it just from the can.
It's already cooked, can be eaten straight from the can.
Yeah. But you can fry it up and make it really crispy.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe we should just bust out that teriyaki one.
Ooh.
All right.
Living on the edge, BJ.
Living on the edge.
Wow.
I'll take it, and it's not spicy. Joey can bring home a can of spam. That'll be such nostalgia that, when my mom passed away, because she was the cook of the family, my dad had to, his go-tos were stuff like this. That and Underwood deviled ham spread, if you guys remember that. I don't know if they had it out here or not, but we had it on the East Coast. And just these little cans of meat spreads.
Oh yeah. That sounds horrifying.
Oh, they were tasty. You put them on a cracker or whatever. And
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chicken spread. I remember that.
Yeah.
And spam was a big part of my dad's repertoire.
Oh yeah, that spread kind of looks like cat food.
Spam spread.
You're absolutely right, Rev.
When you want to pretend that you're a cat.
It might be tasty, but my cats would love this.
Yeah, that's the problem, Rev. You're right. Once I started seeing the cat food stuff and that, I'm like, wow, I don't know, man. Is this cat food? And did my dad just label this and this is how he's getting it done? I don't know. I had all sorts of nefarious plots in my mind.
Gosh, right?
Someone says the teriyaki spam is the absolute greatest. Oh, maybe we have to bust it out.
All right, bust it out.
All right, we're going to do a spam taste test next, BJ.
Look at this. I'm very excited. It is Listeners on the Loose. You pick the topic. You guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. More of your calls, more of your texts at 9:33 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. When we think about the COVID-19 vaccine hesitancy in the Black community, let's remember, it didn't happen by chance. It's justified in history. But the will to change the narrative is strong today, and our people are lending their voices to the conversation. We're sharing our stories and the reasons that made us choose the vaccine so we can lead the way for others to make a well-informed choice too. To hear our stories, visit hereforuswa.org.
Wenatchee is gorgeous in the spring with its lush green rolling hills, abundant wildflowers everywhere, and the views of the Columbia River. The local food scene offers an abundant selection of authentic international cuisines featuring the unique farm-fresh ingredients of the region. Wenatchee is also home to award-winning wines, handcrafted hard ciders, and a talented handful of local brewers producing fine craft beers. Visit Wenatchee, the heart of Washington State.
According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, 1 in every 5 children killed in traffic crashes in the U.S. was a pedestrian. That's why 3M is working alongside local governments and NGOs to help improve crosswalk visibility and traffic markings in school zones, in a worldwide initiative to provide kids with a safe walk to school and access to the education they deserve. To learn more and take action, visit 3m.com/schoolzonesafety. 3M Science. Applied to life.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. It's listeners on the loose. You pick the topic, you guide the show. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999.
A lot of people are saying, yeah, you guys absolutely have to try the teriyaki Spam. It's the best one of all the Spams.
Wow, okay. I've never had teriyaki Spam. I think I've only had the regular flavor. That's how many years ago it was since I've had it.
I didn't. I knew there was a jalapeno Spam, but I didn't think there was like as many. So yesterday, for those that just tuned in, we got a random package from some really nice rockaholics named Sheila and Chris Morrison from Minnesota, and they just sent us a bunch of Spam, and they said, hey, we wanted to send this as a late Christmas gift from Frozen, Minnesota. Thanks for 20 years of helping me through really late night shifts. This is the least that we can do. So he sent us all this Spam, including teriyaki Spam, which we're going to try.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
So Vicky, so she opened up the can of Spam and gave us all like giant chunks. Like
huge chunks.
I'm just like,
that looks like a normal chunk to me. You can do it.
I just want to try a bite. I don't want to eat the entire thing.
Yeah. You weren't specific.
Vicky, yeah, you're going to do that's a man's piece, Vicky. Good job.
I always see it sliced like that. That's why.
It smells, it's horrifying.
My stomach is not happy right now.
I know Vicky does not want to do this.
I mean, honestly,
either.
Rev brought up
the
cat food thing, and it does smell kind of like a cat food.
That sure does.
It doesn't look like cat food, at least.
No.
That's it. Well, that's why you got to get the ground up Spam.
I'm glad it's not. I mean,
I'm tempted to cook it on a hot dog cooker.
We don't have that kind of time.
I know.
It's been cooked.
All right.
Yeah, I forgot the smell of Spam can put you off a little bit.
So who's trying it first?
I guess we're all going to try. BJ, you're out.
All right. That's okay. You got it.
All right. We're going to try this?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Do it, guys.
Teriyaki Spam Club for life.
All right. There we go. And, Vicky did try it at least. Oh, Vicky's face is priceless. No. Yeah, she's done.
No.
It's edible.
I like it.
I don't hate it.
It's very soy saucy.
Yeah.
It's the texture.
The texture I do not like at all. It's very mushy.
I think if it was fried up, I think it would be so much better.
Crispy.
But yeah, fry this up, put it on an egg. Yes.
I kind of like it, actually. Not going to lie.
I mean, I don't mind the aftertaste.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it tastes really good. It's just, the texture is getting me. I'm not happy.
Yeah, see, that's why you may put it on a cracker or something, because you expect that kind of texture to be with something.
It's just mush.
Yeah, and mush on like a sandwich or...
Yeah, I'm eating my whole thing.
Yeah.
You can have
mine.
Go
for it, Danny.
The smell is horrifying, but the taste is really good.
Yeah. It is pretty tasty.
There's a catchphase for you.
Yeah, I don't know if we're doing a good job for...
Spam. The smell is horrifying, but the taste is really good.
It's like, have you guys ever eaten like a raw hot dog?
No.
Yes, I have. You can eat it. Yeah, you can do that.
You can. We did as kids, but I wouldn't do it now. It just does not seem tasty to me.
I did used to get, even many, many years ago, back when tofu hot dogs were the only thing I for some reason liked eating those, just buy them at the store and just eat them. Mm-hmm. And it had that kind of consistency and taste to it.
Yeah, so you're trained up for this.
Yeah, don't hate it. I'll never do that again, though.
Man.
I would eat it if it's cooked.
Yes.
Fair. Or put it in a sandwich with some mustard. It would taste delicious.
Oh, yeah, Danny, good call.
It's best with eggs and rice, and the Spam cutter is amazing. I don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
Plus, you can cook regular Spam in teriyaki sauce.
Is that a Hawaiian dish, the Spam and rice and all that?
I feel like it might be.
Yeah.
So my girlfriend makes a really good Spam fried rice. So she fries it all up in like little chunks, and then she like mixes it in with fried rice. It is so good.
I feel like I want to cook that and have it like crispy.
Yeah.
I think that'd be really good. It's just the mush. I'm with Vicky. That's I'm not a fan of that mush.
Yeah, I'm fine with the mush factor, so it was okay. It was like seriously, the smell put me off of that. But once you taste it, the smell in the room went away. I'm pretty sure that the smell is still here, but I can just
got used to it.
Yeah, and I'm okay with it.
It's like you got deviled egg smell too. You know, a lot of people don't like the smell of deviled eggs, but they're
smell
delicious.
like heaven.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. Some people think they smell like the butt side of heaven.
Someone said Spam is fried on Hawaiian sweetbread. It's so good. Ooh.
Oh, Hawaiian. That sounds wonderful.
Is that like the King's Hawaiian bread?
Yes, I think
like
so.
That bread.
You're right, man. That's good stuff right there.
So it said Spam's the most popular non-fish meal and meat in Hawaii. They put that stuff on everything.
Yeah, put that S on anything, man.
See, I think I'm with BJ. It reminds me of my childhood. My mom used to make Spam sandwiches and not cook it all the time. So it was I'm just used to it, and it's not gross at all. And I think that's what got me like set up for not being weirded out by texture my entire life, because I'm really not.
Yeah, certain things texture-wise I can't get past. Like there's like a psychological block to it. Like eel sushi.
Oh.
Also, just because I know I'm eating eel, even though it's delicious, and I've never had an issue with like the taste of it. I just don't like the texture, and also the fact that I'm eating an eel.
That's me with eggs. Like I have to mix it with something like hash browns or cheese or something. Otherwise, doesn't matter. Scrambled, over medium,
hard boiled.
I can't do hard boiled. With like the smell and the texture, nope, I can't do. So you could always have my deviled eggs, Steve.
Nice.
Oh, I will take those. No, Steve can't have them. I want them.
Yeah, that's my wife. She will not touch any eggs whatsoever. Yet she makes some of the best egg dishes out there.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's amazing.
We never got back to that question originally that started all this Spam conversation. They said, "What's your favorite low-cost food?"
Ooh.
Oh, I think mine is ramen noodles.
It's a good call.
I still get excited when I have ramen noodles. I don't know what it is about that artificial meat flavor that they put on it.
Dude, I crave it sometimes.
Yeah.
Honestly. Like there's a lot of times where I'm just like, I want some ramen noodles.
You ever go somewhere and I have like ramen as an option, as like a dish on their menu, and you order it and it comes out and it's like, what the hell is this song?
Fancy
like,
ramen.
Fancy. Like give me ramen noodles. Like go to the store, drop the 25 cents and get me the stuff I like.
Do you ever put anything in it like to add to it? I know some people like to put egg or green onions.
Sometimes.
Okay.
Sometimes egg. That's only if I'm getting like fufu for the night.
You can eat it with your pinky up.
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah, that's like fine dining with the missus.
Yeah, I'm that way with Progresso soups, but I don't know if that's still like too costly. I feel like it's much more costly.
No, those are pretty cheap. Those are $1, I think, these days.
But they're not like the Campbell's. You know, Progresso was always at least, because I think I was around when Progresso came out. And so I remember that they were like, we're a step above Campbell's. And I have no idea if that's true or not, because it's been so long since I've had Campbell's. But, you know, Progresso, man, I will devour that all the time. Almost any soup that they have. Love it.
They range anywhere from like about $2 to $3.50.
Yeah, that's a good deal, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because you could make it, and some of them are supposed to be 2 servings, but I always just 1 serving it. And I go, geez, I mean, like it's only like 400 calories for the whole thing. I'll do it. Yeah, I'm doing it.
SpaghettiOs.
SpaghettiOs are great.
The neat round spaghetti with a something.
In college, I was too lazy and didn't have anything. Like I'd have to go like to the kitchen downstairs, and I lived on like a top floor in the dorms. I would just run it over warm water while it was still in the can. Like I'd turn on the water in the bathroom on hot and just like let it go for like 30, 40 seconds. And that's my version of heating up my SpaghettiOs.
And then you want to piss off any Italian chef, tell them you love the SpaghettiOs sauce better than theirs.
Oh,
which I used to do. I used to do that to my aunts and my uncles. And
you jerk.
Oh my! Well, I didn't mean to. I was a little kid.
Okay.
You know, and they were. They get so mad, and they go to my father. Your kid's an idiot, and he's like, yeah, I know. You know, what I mean, it ruined me because it's such a sweet sauce. It took me a long time to really appreciate real sauce. Like, it was like, I'm like, all right, I'll have to give this a try. Everybody says it's so good. And then eventually I realized, oh yeah, I'm just basically having red sugar sauce. That's what SpaghettiOs sauce is.
Mine would have to be the beef and cheese taquitos, the frozen ones.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good call.
I forget what brand they are, but they're Jose Olay, I think. And man, those it's like $10 for like an entire box, and I could just sit there and eat all of those.
Texter brought up a good one, the Totino's pizza. The dollar pizzas.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I used to get like 20 of them.
Yeah.
I go shopping and I basically my entire shopping cart would just be dollar pizzas.
Gotta eat, man.
And like soda. And I'm like wondering why I ballooned to 280 pounds at some point. I had like
talking about. That's a healthy meal right there.
Oh, it's an affordable meal. I don't know about healthy.
Yeah, right.
See,
so what about you, Vic?
Well, we still do this in our family sometimes, but we'll spice it up and add some soup to it. But it's literally corn tortillas with either a slice or some shredded mozzarella cheese. You can put that on a griddle, or if you're lazy, put it in the microwave. Doesn't taste the same, but that is the meal. Just cheese and a tortilla. It is amazing.
Yeah. Yep. I like that deal.
Yeah, with mine, it's the good old standby of fish sticks and tater tots.
Oh, wow. I haven't had a fish stick in a long time.
You can get a huge amount of them in bags. You just put them in the oven, and now I guess air fryers. I gotta get an air fryer, but yeah, that was a staple. And yeah, the wife is like, "You're not 5 anymore. We can do something better." And I'm like, "But really?
What was the brand? Was it Gordon?
Was it Birdseye or Gordon? No, Gordon.
Oh, yeah, Gordon. Yeah, you trust the Gordon fisherman, man.
Yeah, the lobster fishermen were good. They had a good batter. Yeah, they did. Their batter was different than, I think, Birdseye or whatever the regular fish sticks were that were out there.
Did you ever get like that giant bag of it? Mm-hmm. And you just have it, like, I remember growing up, it was in the freezer, and not only we got to the point where we even stopped trying to seal it. It was just like a hole in the bag, and you just reach in, grab a bunch, throw it in the microwave.
And they're just all freezer burnt.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Extra flavor, yeah.
Yeah, that was like, a little extra, like, special seasoning.
So good.
A lot of people are saying the corn dogs at the gas stations, hands down.
Ooh, yeah.
Nice.
Corn dogs, yeah.
Remember at Old Station, we had Rest in Peace, Alfie's, the deli?
Oh, yeah.
Walking down there, I'd always love to get like a corn dog or one of their like pizza sticks.
Oh, yeah, the pizza sticks. Those were good too.
Yes.
Now I'm
so
hungry.
good. Oh, so good.
So it says now I'm craving fish sticks. Yeah. I have a 1-year-old, so I have an excuse to buy them. Haha.
Nice. It's been a long time. I mean, really, it's been a long time since I had a fish stick.
Anytime I try to put them in the cart, because I'll do it every once in a while, and my wife will just look at me and be like, no. And I'm like, come on, they're good. She's like, they're not healthy. Stop it.
My mom was never a big fan of the fish sticks. We would always just go to Long John Silver's instead. Did you guys ever have those up here?
Yes.
They were fantastic.
Well, that's a nice option if she's going to take you to Long John Silver's instead of fish sticks. Cheap. Yeah, I mean, I'll go to fish and chips over at Duke's anytime you want.
Yeah, we didn't realize you guys were bougie.
We were
I know, right? So fancy.
Wow, man. It's
the rest of the week was ramen noodles, so I don't know.
Right. Oh, man.
Whenever I hear fish sticks now, I think of South Park and Kanye. The
oh, yeah.
No, I'm just a gay fish.
All right, we have a really important question that has to be answered right now. What do Ryan Castle and the internet have in common? I'm going to tell you at 9:50 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW. And now, the Ryan Castle question of the day.
What do Ryan Castle and the internet have in common?
It's a deep well of useless knowledge and pornography.
Truth.
Well, I know that, but what about the internet?
There is, and I'm surprised you didn't know this, a lot of porn on the internet.
I am surprised to hear that. Really? Are you sure? Because I'm still...
You can look on the internet or you can look in Steve's phone.
Oh, right.
Hey, man, my phone is straight up safe search all the time now.
Yeah, it has to be. That's a good point.
Straight up safe search. Someone put that on a T-shirt.
Yeah, right. I am the epitome of a safe search.
Oh, that's awesome.
Someone texted in saying, I can't get my grandma off of either.
She's a dirty bird.
She is.
Steve looks for nudes from both.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
2 words, dark web.
Dark web. I know exactly what that means. Ryan Castle, get you caught in his dark web. Hey, There's a new poll out, and I'm telling you right now, people are lying. 28% of people claim they'd never get bored without a cell phone or the internet. On the other end of the
Vicky.
yeah, you take her phone away, she's fine. On the other end of that spectrum,
eventually you start to chafe up, though, and you got to find something else to do.
yeah, and then you get bored and want to get chafed up again.
Right.
Safe search.
Yeah.
Straight up.
I do like the 11% of the people that told the truth that said in 30 minutes without their cell phone and the internet, they get bored. So at least they're telling the truth. The rest of you, you're all liars. Come on. Speaking of liars, Ryan Castle, he lies about his 12-pack. I think Terrence might still be better. But you know what? You'll find out.
Ouch.
Ryan's next.
BJ and Migs play of the day.
And she's been hounding Coca-Cola to bring Tab back with a band of Tab superfans that call themselves the Save Tab Soda Committee. And I'm seeing a picture of,
she's
Trisha.
got Tab merchandise.
Yeah.
Of course she does.
Yeah, she does. I mean,
Can't be a super fan without merchandise.
Good point.
She has a Tab tattoo. Yeah.
Oh,
A
dude.
tattoo? And I hope it's right above her butt. That way she can go to her boyfriend, hey, tab that ass. Check out my Tab stamp.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's another question from a listener. I have a mountain of credit card bills and consumer debt. Can I still keep my house if I file bankruptcy?
Yes, you almost always can keep your home and your house, your car in a bankruptcy. Depending on what type of bankruptcy you file, would depend on whether or not, for example, you can keep your vehicles if you have payments on them still. You can almost always keep your home if you're current on the payments on your home, even in full bankruptcy. In Chapter 13, you can also keep those items. If you're behind on your house, you could catch your house payments up in a Chapter 13, take off a second mortgage in a Chapter 13. So keeping your primary assets like a home and car is almost always possible in bankruptcy.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com. And thanks for listening.
This podcast is brought to you by the Washington State Department of Health. When we think about the COVID-19 vaccine hesitancy in the Black community, let's remember, it didn't happen by chance. It's justified in history. But the will to change the narrative is strong today, and our people are lending their voices to the conversation. We're sharing our stories and the reasons that made us choose the vaccine so we can lead the way for others to make a well-informed choice too. To hear our stories, visit hereforuswa.org.